Okay, hey everybody, it's Mike Weller, the Weller Group at Keller Williams. We are live on Facebook for our virtual open house here at 6601 Kameha Circle in Yorba. Sorry about that. So, not only is today our first ever virtual open house, it's actually the first time I've ever been on Facebook Live. I do a lot of video stuff. I have not done a Facebook Live before, so bear with me. Feel free to certainly put your comments and questions in the chat. I will look for those. But here we go. So, like I said, we are at 6601 Kameha Circle, and that is in Yorba. It's in the Fairgreen town. This is a 3-bed, 2.5-bath townhome. I sell a lot of townhomes in this community. I've sold about 40 in the last 7 years or so. We lived in this community for a long time. We still own in here. And what I will tell you about this particular home is it burned in a fire in December 2018 and has just been rebuilt over the last year. Just a couple of weeks ago, all the permits and everything was finalized for the owners to be able to move back in, which they have done, but they are moving on. So this townhome, compared to the others in the community, is completely rebuilt. So it's like buying a 2020 construction in many ways. It has a lot of features that the other properties, the same floor plan and other floor plans in the community do not have. We've just walked into the front entry atrium. This is pretty typical, like this is still the same setup as the other properties in the community. There's the downstairs master bedroom, slider out to the atrium. The owners they took the opportunity in the rebuild to add this Dutch door, which is always fun. You do a lot of things with the Dutch door. I can't get into all of them right now. That's probably for another time. But here we are. You walk inside. Here is you could kind of set this up a bunch of different ways. The living room, dining room combo. Awesome fireplace that they put in here. And again, everything is brand new. In a typical like remodel, you would see a lot of new things like new flooring, new kitchen, new bathrooms, and you have all of that here. But you also have, everything mechanically is all new. Plumbing, electrical, HVAC. There's the AC outside. That's all new. Even the drywall. Everything's been completely rebuilt. So it really is like buying a 2019 or 2020 construction in many ways. But here's the kitchen. Here's what they did in here. Concrete counters, which are awesome. The subway tile backsplash. Those are a couple of the last things that just went in here in the last week or a couple of weeks. I love the shaker cabinets. But one of the reconfigurations that they did, they opened up this kitchen. They made more space in here, and they added in this walk-in pantry, which is a really nice feature. The other homes in here don't have this same walk-in pantry, so this is really a great feature. And they've opened this up under the stairs for more storage space. Probably doesn't translate here how much storage space there is, but that goes all the way through to a closet door I'll show you in a minute. But there's a ton of storage space under there. So we'll go out in the back in a moment. I have to retrieve my shoes from the front door. I took them off. We're trying to be super respectful of everything going on with the COVID. That's why I have the mask on and the black gloves. I'm happy I was able to use these gloves. I bought them for a museum heist about a year ago that we never got a chance to pull off, so I get to use the black gloves now. Here is the downstairs master bedroom. This is another unique feature. This is a really nice feature that they added. Typically it's just a regular flat ceiling here with a little attic. They took the opportunity to open this up, make a cathedral ceiling out of it, add in the exposed beam and the 2 skylights. So this room is so much more airy and open and bright because of the skylights. Now the HOA in the community here, they do maintain the roofs, So the owners worked this out with the HOA, who allowed them to put the skylights in, and the new owner, the owner of this property going forward, will always maintain the skylights and the roof just around the skylights, which very much makes sense. So there is the closet situation. They opted not to put doors on, but to put the curtains up, which probably is actually a better aesthetic, but certainly there's different options there if somebody wanted to come in and change that a little bit, but I don't think I would. They have this separate cubby space here, which works really well for, you could put a little desk and a little computer, little laptop in here if you wanted to have a little workspace station in the master bedroom downstairs. Here is the master bath downstairs. So they did a great job in here with the tile work. And you see they opened that up for some more light there. And just beyond that, when we go around the other side, I'll point it out too. So that brings in some light from the outside through the windows and through the sliders there. So good use of space. They put in a pocket door here instead of a swinging door, which is definitely a better use of space. And even these windows here next to the sliders, those are not typical here in this home typically, or this floor plan. So again, this huge improvement here in this downstairs master suite compared to what it would usually look like. And that's, again, that's the window in through the shower, and that bringing the light in from the window to the outside atrium. Here, past the Dutch door, is the laundry area. So typically in this floor plan, the laundry area actually connects to the kitchen, which is okay. It's not terrible, but this is definitely an improvement that they made as well, where they created a separate utility room for the laundry. The dryer has gas hookup and electric. Most people like gas, but it's nice to have the electric option as well. So they have this great utility room that they put in here. I'm going to grab my shoes right now so we can walk out the back. And I apologize if this is a little shaky. I'm doing my best. Like I said, this is actually, I do a lot of video stuff, but this is the first time I have been on Facebook Live, so hopefully it's not terrible. One of the great things about this community is, compared to the other condos and townhomes in Yorba Linda, Anaheim Hills, around the area, like the entry-level price range, you typically get a tiny little patio or maybe a small little backyard. You get a decent-sized patio backyard here that's fully fenced. This is all new vinyl fencing that the HOA has put in the last couple of years, and then some of this fencing is actually just rebuilt, with the 2020 rebuild as well. But this is a good-sized patio backyard. You can have a nice little family dinner out here. You can have a grill and barbecue. And the great thing about this home, and the other homes in this community as well, they all have gates that open up to the green belt behind the home. So here, it's situated, it's kind of hillside here, which makes it kind of private. That is the El Cajon walking trail up there, and actually about 6 houses down, if you go down that way, is the community has its own entrance onto the El Cajon walking trail. So if you like to run or walk, it's a really great location. Over here to the left is one of the tennis courts in the community. There's another one on the other side of the community. So there's 2 tennis courts, one being right here. There's 3 swimming pools as well. The closest swimming pool is just across the street on the other side of the circle. You walk behind the homes over there, and that's the closest swimming pool. But there's 2 others. They're all Olympic size. You can use any of them. But the nice part about this, like we just came out that gate, when we lived in the community, we would often have, if we had like a birthday party for my son, or if we had people over, you could open that gate, you could have people inside the backyard, you could have people out here, you could set up a little tent, bouncy house, any of that. You could really kind of utilize all of this space, if you're having people over, you're having a little event or party. So it's a great setup. I always tell people this community is for like a young first-time buyer who, they'd like to buy a single-family home with a backyard, but maybe they can't afford that. They're not in that price range. This is kind of the next best thing as far as the community goes. So back inside. Okay, so somebody's asking if there's a true master. So this really is a true master downstairs. It has its own ensuite bathroom, its own ensuite private bath. So it is a true master. It's a single, it's not a single story, but a ground level master. So that would be considered a true master. Some of the other floor plans in the community don't really have a true master. Some do. We're going to head upstairs now to take a look. And they did some really nice work with the linen cabinet here. And then also definitely worth noting is normally there's a furnace closet here in this hallway upstairs. So they moved the furnace up to the attic right there, you see. And next to it, they also added a whole house fan, which our summers can be very hot and kind of dry. And once you get to the evening time, it cools down. It's nice outside. It's super hot inside. You put that whole house fan on, it sucks all the hot air out in a very short period of time. You save a ton of money on your air conditioning bill in the summer. They work really well. But another benefit to doing this is they took that furnace out and they opened up more space, and were able to make this bedroom a lot bigger than it normally would be. So this bedroom is much more functional than it typically would be. There's a lot more space. They have it set up as a boys' bedroom. They did not build in a closet in here, but they do have this closet wardrobe, and they are going to leave that, so that's going to be included with the property. This bedroom, a lot of times it probably would be the youngest child's bedroom, and that probably works better this way. So again, I'm going to go to the window here just so you can see. Again, there's the patio backyard we were in. There's the hillside, the gate right there that opens up to it. It's really a great setup for people that are looking for backyard space, but they're priced out of a single-family home, especially if they want to be in Yorba Linda and the Yorba Linda schools. Here is the other upstairs bedroom. In both bedrooms, they have these newer modern ceiling fan light fixtures. You're starting to see those more and more. To the left here, they actually did a chalkboard wall, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of jealous. I'd like one of these in my house because I'd like to write all over it. Around the left of the chalkboard wall, this bedroom actually opens up. There's some more space. So this is actually a pretty good sized secondary bedroom. The closet's back there. And again, just out the back, you can see there's the gate. Decent sized patio yard again compared to other condos and townhomes in the area. Over to the left there, the tennis court. I don't know if you can see really, but up top, kind of past that pole, you see the trail kind of going up and over the hill. That El Cajon trail, you could actually get on it over here and walk, basically take it all the way through Yorba Linda to Placentia. There is a little portion where it drops off and you kind of have to walk, you have to go into a couple of side streets, but other than that, you can go all through Yorba Linda on that trail. So let's head back downstairs. And again, like I said, all of the, we didn't see the bathroom up here. I'm sorry. So here's the bathroom. Dual pedestal sinks. These are all Moen faucets in here, which is a great feature. Kind of have the European thing going in the bathroom. Everything works really well. I really like the fixtures that they put in. Take a look at those. Okay, for the question. For the master, do you have to walk through the room to get to the bathroom, or is there another door for guests since it's on the first floor? It is an ensuite bath with the entrance into the bathroom being from the master. The typical configuration of this floor plan, that bathroom would have an entrance from the first floor. I've seen people change it around a lot where they've put in a door from the bedroom. I've seen people close off the door. I've seen all different setups of it. everybody kind of has their own need and own preference. I feel like it works best like this with it being an ensuite bath, but I do understand that, you know, sometimes certain people want an entrance from the living room in case they have guests over. But that is not the way it is configured here. You know, it certainly can be reconfigured, although it would really be a shame to do much with this at this point. It's really, in my opinion, too beautiful in here to start messing around with it now. So the upstairs bedrooms, yes, the second one has a real closet. I'll go back up, show you that. So this is the bedroom again with the chalk wall, which is kind of fun. There is a standard bedroom closet here. So typical closet there. Okay. And again, just in case anybody was not on a little bit ago, they've taken the furnace closet out here. They've moved the furnace upstairs. They've opened up more space. Typically, the entrance to this bedroom would be here along this wall. They moved the door and created a lot more space in that bedroom as well. And they've also added the whole house fan, which is a very nice feature for the summer. And, you know, our summer can be very hot from, you know, sometime around the end of June all the way through October. So back downstairs, again, everything in here is brand new. The flooring, the plank flooring, obviously the bathrooms, the kitchen. No, you're welcome. What other questions might you have that I can try to answer or show you? Again, back into the master downstairs. So a couple other features, and a question I get a lot about the neighborhood, like what's the parking like, how's the parking? There's a two-car garage out front. In this home, there's actually a driveway where you can park two more vehicles, so you can actually park 4 cars. Noteworthy in the garage, they actually added a charger for an electric vehicle, so that's going to be great for the future. You know, more and more people are utilizing that. Laundry and water heater. So the water heater, they moved that outside too to create more space inside. So they put the water heater, you see right there, in that water heater cabinet outside. I think you can see that. And typically that water heater would be part of like the laundry area, which kind of connects to the kitchen in this floor plan. And the laundry is in this room here to the left. Normally this connects kind of through to the kitchen. There's like a laundry, utility, water heater area. This actually works a lot better the way they've done this. So gas and electric hookup here for the dryer. And again, Chelsea, they've reconfigured this one a fair amount after they rebuild it. So this is not typical. A lot of these features are not typical of this particular floor plan. Like, for example, the walk-in pantry here. This space where the walk-in pantry is would kind of just go straight through to another door that goes out to the atrium, and that's where the laundry would be, and that works okay, but this is definitely an improvement, what they did here. The walk-in pantry, there's a ton of storage space under the steps here that you can access from the pantry, and you could actually access it from the other side too. I'll point that out in a minute. I'll back out of here and show you that. So where we were under the pantry just now is actually this. So that goes, I don't know if you can see, that goes all the way through there. Okay. I'm going to go back outside to the backyard right now. And again, out the back, just want to give you kind of a perspective on where we're at here. Go out the back gate. Again, you have like all of this extra open space, so it's kind of the next best thing to having a big backyard. You know, you have your private yard there, it's decent size, you can have a family dinner out there, barbecue, sit out there and read, have coffee, but then, you know, you have access, easy access to all of this additional space, so that works really well. Over here, one of the 2 tennis courts. And I'm just going to walk around past. So this would be like the house next door. We're walking around past here. And we're going to wind up out in front of the house, out in the circle. Hi guys. Hi. We got a bunch of people. Okay. So we have a bunch of people there. I think might be watching us on Facebook Live. Let's go back out this way. Sorry. I'm indecisive. So if we walk out here, I should have used my gimbal instead of holding this with my hand. But now we're back out in the front. The seller left his motorcycle in the driveway this morning. You can see that. But here is the circle, and there's parking out here too. So besides sort of 4, you know, you have your 2 cars in the garage, you can park 2 cars in the driveway here. There's parking out here in the circle. That's open parking. It's a 72-hour rule, which means you have to move the car every 72 hours. You just can't park it and leave it there forever. There's no parking permit or stickers or anything like that. It's just open. You know, your car has to be appropriately registered. And you can't just leave it there for more than 72 hours. Behind those houses across the street there, like if you see at the end, if you walk kind of in between there, behind that house, basically right behind there is the pool. It's one of the 3 pools, but that would be the close pool to this particular home. And again, let's walk back in. We're going to walk in the front door now. Okay, and we're back into this front entry atrium. And again, there's the master, the downstairs master, there's the windows they put in. Oh, worth noting, all of the windows, they're all Milgard. All the windows and doors are Milgard, so if anybody's ever looked into new windows and new doors, you know Milgard, kind of known as kind of the best windows out there. I want to say the Cadillac of windows, but I'm not sure that people these days always think that Cadillac's the best car on the road. Whatever your vehicle of choice is, Mercedes, whatever that is, that's kind of what the Milgards are. Come with a great warranty. They're just known as really quality windows. And they've done a nice job here getting some more light into this room with this window next to the fireplace. And these 2 windows in the master are typically not here. There typically is the slider, but these windows are not typically here too. So these combined with the skylight, combined with the, you know, the open feeling with the cathedral ceiling, this is an awesome bedroom. So what other questions does anybody have on here? Did I miss anything? Let me scroll through. No, I don't see anything. Okay. Got about 4 more minutes on here. I'll go back upstairs. I don't know how entertaining this is for everybody. So again, back upstairs. 2 bedrooms up here. The 3rd bedroom, which is the master, is downstairs. Chalkboard wall. They did a really nice job with the baseboards too. I haven't pointed that out yet. That's definitely worth noting. Really everything. They did a really awesome job here. And again, it's not just the aesthetics. This is much more than just a the typical remodel. I mean, this is a complete rebuild, basically. You're looking at new electrical, almost all new plumbing. I guess there was a little bit of copper plumbing that the owners had put in when they did a remodel about 5 years ago that survived the fire that they were able to utilize. So, but everything else is new, so it's all copper plumbing. Probably 80–90% of it's brand new. The other 10% of it, is 5 years old. The drywall, the ductwork, everything is insulated. So this is a house that's, it's of 2019 and 2020 code. This isn't a 1964 house that's built to 1964 code with, some upgrades here and there. Everything is up to modern day code, which is really nice. In these older homes, sometimes there's asbestos in the ductwork and the drywall, which really usually is not a big deal unless you're getting in and disturbing it. But some people, it is a big deal for, and anybody would certainly prefer not to have those items in their house. So you don't have to worry about that here because everything was rebuilt in 2020. I'm glad I'm entertaining you, Palin. Okay, so again, they did an awesome job with the kitchen here. The refrigerator and the washer and dryer can stay. They're not necessarily staying, but they can. The wardrobe, the wardrobe closet up in the second bedroom upstairs, the boys' bedroom, will stay. And I can go back up and take a peek at that really quick. That's the wardrobe closet. So, and again, like I said before, a lot of times this is going to be, for most people, either, if you're using 3 bedrooms, it's probably going to be the youngest child's bedroom. So I'm not sure that the youngest child needs a big, huge closet. Usually their clothes are smaller. So that was the route they chose to go with that, and I think it works pretty well. Again, the bathroom upstairs. The dual sinks are nice. These are all Moen. So again, just like the Milgard, quality stuff. And we're going to head back downstairs. And again, the community itself is, in my opinion, the best community. Like if you want to be in Yorba Linda, the Yorba Linda schools, and you want a big backyard or, a backyard for pets or kids to play, whatever, but you're not in that, $750,000 price range necessarily, this is the next best thing. This community really is the next best thing. We've sold a lot of homes in here. We lived in here for a long time. We still own our property. Amazing community, the amenities. There's a ton of greenbelt space. We're not seeing it here, but there's a lot of big, huge open greenbelt space. There's a big softball field. There are 3 swimming pools. They're Olympic size. And just to give you an idea, it's a 32-acre community, and there's 200 townhomes in here. So that may not be enough perspective for you, but if a builder got 32 acres these days, they'd be looking to squeeze in like 500 or 600 townhomes or condos in here. So there's a lot more open space here than you would find in a newer community. Yet with this property, you're getting all the benefits of a newer home with it being rebuilt over the last year. So, okay, so Palin likes the subway tile. Yes, this was just put in, I think, about a week ago. The countertops and the tile were a couple of the last little touches that were done here. So, but yeah, this is the kitchen that everybody would want in 2020. So I love how this drains. Kind of have your dish rack here, and it's all going to drain nicely into the sink. My wife would love that, so the counter wouldn't get all messy. She wouldn't be yelling at me all the time to clean it. It would be fantastic. But anyway, we are coming up on 11:30. Does anybody have any last questions, final questions before I sign off here? Again, this is I do a lot of video stuff, but this is my very first time on Facebook Live, so thanks for bearing with me. I hope it wasn't too choppy. I hope I answered any questions that everybody has. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you around town. We should be posting this as well, so if anybody wants to review this, we're going to get this posted up on our Facebook page. Also, if you want to do your own little 3D tour of the property, we do have a 3D interactive where you can kind of click through and you basically walk through the rooms yourself. You can pan side to side, up and down. It's at 6601 Kameha.com. That's 6601 Kameha, which is Kameha.com. Feel free to check that out anytime. Reach out to me with any questions. Thanks again for joining us this morning. Take care, everybody.